congratulations. Arsenal are in the final four of the Champions League. What's the overriding feeling at the final whistle?
Delighted, so happy. It was a really tough test over 2 games, but to go back-to-back semi-finals is an amazing achievement for this group, and we want to now go one step further than last year and get to the final. Played Atletico once this year. It was a really good game. We know what to expect. So bring on these last couple of weeks.
How frustrating was tonight?
Frustrating? Nah, we just got to a semi-final. No frustration. Positivity all the way. Who cares what people think? All that matters is what this group thinks, what the manager thinks. And we're in another semi-final. I'm delighted.
How much do you need to improve in attacking areas to be able to get over the finish line in both competitions, which is what you want to achieve?
Yeah, of course. You want to be able to score goals. But most teams that come here we play against 5-4-1 every time. So there's a bit of perspective with that. Every team we played this season either changes from a 4 to a 5 to defend against us. So the spaces ain't there as much, and that's the actual truth. So it's on us to find ways to score and break it down, but we're playing against top players every week. So look, we'll keep going, keep playing well, keep getting over the line, and yeah, bring on everything.
What's the last couple of weeks been like with all the noise around the club?
Like being at any other top club, there's noise with everything. This is Arsenal Football Club, you know. There's noise with every game. There's scrutiny. If you don't play well, if you play good, take it with a pinch of salt, keep it moving, and yeah, bring on the last few weeks. It's a roller coaster. No one's going to hand you anything in this game, so just keep going, and what will be will be. Let's just keep going strong. Massive game Sunday at Manchester City. Do you need to win it? Yeah, of course. You have to win every game. We want to win every game in the Premier League. Our record this year has been amazing, all competitions. That's why we play the game. It's a game of football at the end of the day. So we'll be ready for it. We'll be ready to go, and how much you want it. So yeah, I know I'll be ready. I know the boys will be ready. So let's go. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you.
I believe in it. I do. But then when you talk like that, you have to do it. Then you have to. I didn't see that tonight. Mm-hmm. We are through. So happy. Semi-final, as you said, 2. Very happy. We never won it. I never won it. So I can't really talk about all of that. So we are in the semi-final. But I won the league, though. Go and win at Man City. I want to see that fire there. That's the fire I want to see. I believe, Mikel. Yes. We show it.
How do you think he's approached the game at Man City?
I hope not like tonight. Or against Bournemouth, or Brighton away, or Mansfield, or everything that I've seen this season.
That performance wouldn't be enough against Manchester City.
The Man City that I've seen recently. We're talking about the team that won 4 in a row. Liverpool came in between that. If not, it would have been more, right? Again, I do believe, I've been saying since the beginning of the season, this year, I do believe we can win the league. This is the biggest chance in your life to not only shut anyone down, just to prove to yourself as a team that we can. And then people will not talk about whatever word they want to use that I will not use. I do believe personally, but I'm sitting here on a chair working on CBS. There's nothing I can do. Now, I heard fire. I want to see that fire at the Etihad.
The thing about tonight is they're through. Nothing matters. They're through. And the biggest thing in a cup competition, or where they are now, the most important thing is to make sure you get through to the next round. Now, they didn't play great tonight, but in some ways, who cares? They're in the semi-final. But the reason I'm saying they will care is because they'll have the league in the back of the head, and they'll be thinking, we played Sporting Lisbon, they're a decent team. We're through, so we're happy, but oh God, we're not playing well, and we're going to the biggest test we've got now at Man City. And if they do lose that, I think they'll feel they've lost the league. And that's where I go back to Declan Rice's face on the pitch.
Can we go back to that, please? Please, if you have the face of Declan Rice, I stayed with that. At the end of the game, I stayed with his face. I saw a lot of guys smiling, but his face, like, I don't know. I need to maybe speak to him or whatever and know what he had in his head. I don't know, but
I think it was more about the league than actually.
I'm just. I don't know if you still have that picture.
Just to give it an alternate view,
someone's scrambling to get this Declan Rice picture. You know.
Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, this is a guy that just went through to the semi-final of the Champions League.
They kept a clean sheet, Kate. That's what they can cling on to.
But we said that. Solid.
No, I'm just saying, clean sheet. If they go to Etihad and get a draw, it leaves them in good stead. That's all they can cling on to because the guys are right. If you look at, when you look in the white of someone's eyes, and if you look at Declan Rice there, that wasn't good enough. And he wanted a little bit more before going to the Etihad. And if they play like that, like Thierry said, they'll get demolished.
They still have that chance.
This is your
what I'm
alternate
saying.
view.
It's still.
I thought the positive, if they kept a clean sheet, click to that.
It's still. There's no positive or negative here. This is a game that still didn't happen. We are in the semi-final of the Champions League. Well done. That didn't happen a lot to us in history. So, obviously, I'm over the moon. City.
First time ever back-to-back Champions League semi-finals as well.
That's what I'm saying. Well done. There's nothing to say. City. I want the team to win there. No draw. Win. Statement.
Speaking of that manager, Mikel Arteta has arrived out of the tunnel to come and discuss this game with us pitchside here at the Emirates after a 0-0 draw with Sporting Lisbon and a 1-0 win on aggregate. Great to see you, Mikel. Well done. Go on, you go in the middle. Oh, right, whatever, it's fine. Let's talk about the game, Mikel. Congratulations, you're into the semi-finals. Tell us what it means to this club.
It's a massive moment. It's the first time in our history, 140 years, that we are back-to-back semi-finals. So, to be part of those 4 teams, it's something very special. You have to earn it. You have to go through a lot of work. And, big gratitude to the players.
Yeah. How would you analyse the game tonight? Was it a difficult game against Sporting Lisbon?
Yes, it was always going to be. We had moments that, probably in the first half, that we should have scored and maintain momentum, especially when we got into the final third. Much better. We allow certain transitions. They are dangerous there. In the second half, again, with the ball, there are moments that, at the moment, we have to improve a lot to have more control and dominance and finish much more actions. But when you talk about behaviours, attitude, habits, the team, I think, was outstanding on that, and that's what it takes you through.
I thought you finished the game really well tonight, and you managed the game, and that must have really pleased you. I know you don't want to think of it already, but we've got to throw it forward to the weekend. That, because it could, if the game would have carried on and it could have been a bit loose, but the lads seemed to just cruise through at the end.
Yeah, well, I think the last 15, 20 minutes we controlled the game really well. I think we set ourselves in the final third. We look composed. We controlled the transition very good, except of the last one we conceded the throw in.
Next to Martin.
You've been there,
Yeah.
But overall, obviously, it's a great night. I'm very happy as well for all of our people.
Before you came over, we were talking about managers, and I'm saying Pep's probably in that dressing room telling his players. By the way, he's saying publicly that we're the best team on the planet right now, best in the world. But in his dressing room, he's saying other things. He's saying we can beat them, we can catch them. Yeah. How are you getting our team, the Arsenal team, to believe? Because for me, I think it's really important that the group believe this. And I saw at half-time there was a change. First half, maybe it wasn't the normal performance. Second half, I saw an improvement. So, is that what you're injecting into this group? Because it can come down to belief.
It comes down to making the last step. I mean, we are making steps that they haven't been done in this club for 140 years. So players deserve credit for what they're doing. But we're asking them, it's only that. If it's not that, then it's nothing. And it's not that. But what I loved is the ownership that the players took after the defeat here against Bournemouth. When they sit down together, they analyze it, they set things face to face, they act on it. And then at the end, you have to do it on the pitch, Martin. We all know. We can talk in the dressing room, we can talk beautiful things, but we need to put those words into actions, and we certainly done that tonight.
Just something tactically. At the end of the game, the team I'm in, when Henry is in the corner flag with his foot on the ball, doesn't take the corner, just keeps it there. But tonight, the ball comes in the box, and then the ball goes the other end of the pitch, and then it's like, hold on, can you affect it then, or is this the emotion of the team?
It's the emotion and sector experiences. Ideally, you go in the manager's book, after 90 minutes, you play in the corner, you keep the ball there. But we've done that as well and finish in the other end of the pitch. So at the end, players have to take ownership. They have to believe what is the best to do in the moment. They have decided that, so be it, we stand by it.
Mikel, Atletico Madrid next against Diego Simeone. Just tell me what you expect from that and how you're going to surpass them.
Well, we will analyze them. Obviously, we played them here at the start of the competition. Top side, I was a game yesterday. That stadium is special. That's the moment that we want to live together as a team right now. So enjoy tonight. Tomorrow we'll start preparing the weekend, and then we'll have time to think about that.
We'll let you go. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Congratulations. Well done. Can they go one step further? Look, they've got a big end of the season still to come. They're fighting on two fronts now, and perhaps the ones that they really, really want to be involved with, the Premier League and the Champions League. Let's dissect it, Joe. From a neutral's perspective, what did you think of that?
Well, you have to give them credit for getting through the game, because you have to look at this Arsenal team. This isn't the Arsenal team of 2 months ago. It was all bells and whistles and they were flying. This is a team low on confidence. So they've come out here. Lisbon put it on them a little bit, but they managed the game, and I thought they grew into the game. I thought the substitutions were excellent. I thought Havertz coming on, give them a little bit of experience. Dalman come on, give them a little bit of that sort of control in the midfield. He was so good, and even Trossard. So I think, listen, Jules asked Deck about the Arsenal game at the Man City game at the weekend afterwards. You're not thinking about a football game. You're just there. You're in a semi-final, and you're just on to the next one.
That's it. What will they do tonight? How much do you celebrate getting into the semi-finals?
Well, Jules has got to ask those questions, but this goes with the territory. You could have won 4 trophies. Suddenly you're out of 2. Now it's 2 that you can still win, and you've got a massive game at the weekend. But you've got to love that situation you're in. We talked about fear before the game and embracing the situation. I thought there was improvements in the performance tonight. I thought Martinelli was a whole lot better. The work rate out of possession. He attacked his fullback whenever possible. Madueke better as well. There were improvements. Two fullbacks came in. 2 changes to the defence line. Much more the customary position you'd see a fullback. And I thought second half, we went back to what we've done many times in the past, where the wingers stay as wingers. They stay high and wide, and they pin them back. And I thought maybe there was 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I saw more of what I've seen from Arsenal this season. Right at the death there, look, I don't care what it looks like, 0-0. You got a corner, like, just put your foot on the ball, and why are we putting the ball in the box? You know, there were a couple of moments. Raya, as good as he is, he's slinging it out to Trossard, and we're all getting caught up in it. No, we don't need to do any of that. They had a free kick right at the end, and they could have scored. So manage it in the right way. Don't get caught up with the hysteria and the emotion. But that's amazing for Arsenal tonight. This club's been in existence, 150 years? 2 semi-finals back-to-back. I think that needs applauding. And, let's have some rest. Yeah. Let's look at it and look forward to the weekend, which is going to be an epic game against Man City, but 2 or 3 days off between now and then.
Will Sporting be disappointed that they were pretty toothless in that second half? No,
I think Sporting Lisbon, that they have to take into account where, the size of the club. This is that they haven't got the finances of Arsenal or any of the Premier League clubs. And I thought they was brilliant, Laura. We watched them early on in the campaign, and they're fantastic to watch. Some great young players. But listen, like I said tonight, I still think tonight, with Arsenal's performance, as decent as it was, if it would have been Munich, PSG or Real Madrid, it would have been a different story. But they had enough for Lisbon. Listen, and quarter-finalists, they done well as well.
Is that a thing as well? Are you playing to the level of your opponent? Are you just kind of managing what's in front of you?
I think there was some of that tonight. Arsenal just doing enough. They have beaten PSG, though, earlier in this Champions League, Sporting. OK, it was at home, but they've still managed big performances. Juventus, they've been involved in a lot of big games, so they've grown in confidence, and they felt that they could take Arsenal on here tonight. I think the fans played their part. They stuck with the group. There was moments in that first half I think it was an important team talk, and Arsenal improved in the second half. But as I say, I'm not even thinking about Sunday now. I'm just relaxing. I'm in that ice bath. It's one of those. Be free in your mind, relax. But now you've set up the weekend, haven't you? Because you've done the first leg of the journey of what's an incredible week for the club. So enjoy these moments. You can't enjoy this. Yeah. What is the point of being here?
Yeah.
Did you get any sense from Declan Rice's interview, that he was growing a bit weary of the noise, as we call it?
Yeah, you do. And I think these boys more so than when me and Martin played, because there wasn't social media I think
had newspapers.
Yeah, we had to. If you didn't want to know what was going on, you just didn't buy the newspaper, and you was done. It was fine. Didn't speak to your mates. Didn't buy the newspapers. But listen, I think there's a steeliness in him when Jules asked the question. I think no, we've done this. Forget And by the way, if you win a game, and sometimes you have no idea whether it was a good game to watch, whether you played well, because you're in the game. Yeah. So he's thinking to himself, I've just made the semi-finals for the second time in his career. He's got another opportunity to go and win the Champions League semi-final. He ain't thinking about Manchester City yet. He'll deal with that, not even tomorrow, the next day. So I think there's an understanding in the group, Mark, where I think they know that they are the hunted. now, and they're using that as a siege mentality, and that's the right thing to do in this situation. You want to sort of block out everyone, all the noise.
Resolve.
Resolve,
You could
yeah.
see that he had that there, and he's like, I'm not having it. You know, it's like, okay, being respectful, picking and choosing his words correctly, but like, we've got what we needed, and you want more? Not tonight. We'll be there Sunday. Don't worry about that. We'll be turning up and make sure you're there to watch it.
In the first half, you guys were saying at half-time, the same old problems, not progressing the ball up the pitch enough. Was there any improvement for you?
There was a little bit of improvement. I thought the subs made a massive difference, or when they come on, I thought there was a composure then. But listen, Lisbon had to open up as well, so then the game naturally takes a different path. Lisbon probably emptied the midfield a little bit, put another forward on, so then there's more gaps to play. But if they are going to go to Man City at the weekend, when they do get the ball, they have to find the number 10, whether that's Eze or whether he plays Havertz or even Dalman in that position, whoever he decides to play. If you don't progress the ball into them players, the pressure will keep coming, and you'll get turned over.
Yeah, and I thought Havertz as well, when he came on, it's going to be an interesting decision at the weekend. Does Havertz start now?
Yeah.
Does he start as the 9? You know, so we're question marks for the 10. Eze's come in, put some minutes in. That's great news. He's got back in it. Dalman, we know, does he start a game now? How close is he to starting if Madueke isn't available? He's got, I think it's a contact injury. So hopefully he's going to be okay. But it's a good job that he's got all of these resources and all these players available.
Well,
I think he goes with Havertz because I think you need to hold the ball up. And Gyökeres tonight, he sort of fluffed these lines in terms of holding the ball up. And I think that was why he got dragged at 60 minutes. Havertz done it, and they looked as just a more composed team.
Just back to what you were saying about Madueke, because you've also got Saka with an injury too. So on that side, could it be that we see more of Max Dalman than we thought we would?
It's a massive call. It's a massive call. But this kid's special. Is clearly special. I speak to everyone in the game, and what he's already done in the game is incredible at his age. You know, he's got his GCSEs this week, and you know, I'm going to say he's got to focus on that. He don't have to focus on that.
A-star in
Listen,
PE.
Mikel Arteta ain't worried what he gets in his PE exam or anything, but listen, he could start. And the telling thing is, you're in the Champions League quarter-final, and by the way, that's not the normal procedure for Arsenal. Like you said, it's only the second time in the club's history they got there. You're looking at Mikel Arteta, you're looking at the pitch and like, this is, who do I bring on? He's looking round, he's got Trossard there, Belgium international. He had Havertz there, and he's gone like Max Dalman. You know, so that's the faith in him. So you might even see him on the team sheet at the weekend, and that would be huge.
And obviously, I hope the magic sponge is around, because you've got Saka and you've got Timber, who were told one of them was going to be available. Neither of them have made it here. So let's see what the next few days brings. It's literally on a day-to-day basis, because Arsenal are getting injuries. The manager just certainly doesn't want to talk about it, because that's a negative. He wants, okay, we've got good players here. It's not about who's not here. It's about who is here and how well they play.
How do you think Declan looked? Because he was a little bit of a doubt, even though he started to miss training before the game.
Yeah, he was good. Declan's always good. You know, he wasn't at his full throttle, foot to the floor, Declan Rice. You know, but he's a leader. Declan Rice, I think, is the most crucial player at this club, because in there were situations in the game and little things you picked up on him. I see him driving people on, you know, trying to get on the ball. And I think Zubimendi was a little bit off it again tonight from the standards I've seen him. So it was even more important that Declan was there on the pitch. Yeah. I've been in this situation, I'm sure Martin has, when you're injured but you've got to play and you might be having injections and things like that. You know, you're a professional footballer, so you do what you can, and it's very rare, the older you get, that you actually go out onto the pitch feeling 100%.
Whatever he's playing with, he's made it clear.
Yeah,
I will go through that for the team, for the club, and I'll do it at the weekend. And it goes from game to game. It goes from day to day, you know. But as I say, I can't wait already for Sunday, but I'm really pleased that there's a number of days. They've got 7 days now sitting at home, the Man City players. You know, no pressure on them, but they can win a treble. They can win a treble. And there's suddenly it's been so much about Arsenal all season, you know, and it's like now they can say, okay, this stops the noise. Give us a few days break and let us build towards the weekend.
Do you feel like Arsenal have taken the pressure off Manchester City and allowed them to kind of cruise through the season, get back to their best at the killer time in the season as well? And
they opened the door anyway. They've certainly opened the door to City.
They've opened the door. They've given them a chance. Like, you know, I think of a couple of results here that Arsenal could have got over the last 6 weeks. And the last thing you want to do when you've got a killer chasing you, like Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, is give them a chance. And they've smelled blood, and they'll be sitting there tonight and Pep Guardiola would be sitting there going, I'm glad that was a tough game.
Yeah, but
for
you
him.
know what Pep's saying? He's saying Arsenal, the best team in the world. Look at their record in the Champions League. You know, it's incredible, never been surpassed. Look where they are in the Premier League. It's incredible. But actually on the inside, he's saying something different.
Oh, God,
he's
yeah.
saying to his own
Yeah.
players, you know what, we can win this. We're better than them. We're going to beat them. So
Yeah.
don't, you know, but this is what managers have to do behind the scenes. They have to believe, make their players believe that they can do special things.
How do Arsenal get themselves over that line? Because it's almost like teams have got to win it to then continue to win it, if you know what I mean. They've got to get themselves to that point.
Yeah, well, confidence is huge in football and in life. But, you know, in football, when you think of all of them Arsenal players and us as players, when you think of yourself at your most confidence and when your confidence down there, you're two different players. So tonight, getting through to the semi-finals, forget how they performed, that's massive for that group of players. I think...
Belief, though, Joe. When you look around that dressing room, okay, when I think back to, I looked around that dressing room and I saw some of the best players I've ever put on a pair of boots.
Yeah.
And the energy that gave me, I better not do my job. I can't make a mistake in this team. Look at the players I'm playing with. You have to draw off people, and that's what they have to do now. They're building towards something. And belief, you can artificially inject that into the group.